Hello, this video is going to explain the importance of making sure that you submit all of your MP3s to the organization for your YouTube protection of not only your copyright for publishing, but also for if you are the owner of the masters or any videos. Now, this particular system that I'm showing you is regarding your publishing and your masters. Now, we are listed with YouTube in many different ways. So you may see that you see the word ad rev everywhere, because you have to remember that YouTube is based on the earnings from YouTube is based on the advertising revenue. So our Embassy Ad Rev program will be listed. You'll see it in the system or maybe in the description part of your videos or your anything on YouTube, if we've uploaded it for you, or even if we put a claim on it, or you may receive a claim in your email. It may say Elite Embassy, it may say Elite Embassy Ad Rev for rights holders, it might just say Embassy Ad Rev for rights holders, it might say Embassy Ad Revenue, it might say Embassy Ad Rev ENT or Managed ENT. So if you see ad rev or ad revenue or embassy or any of them, just so you know, that is your team protecting your copyright. Now, one thing about us that's different than a lot of these other, distributors and other people who do what we may do is that they will take down the videos, which is not good because that's earnings that you will be losing. Now, we have the system set up that if you own the right to the copyright and you're supposed to be earning, then you can earn through our system no matter who puts it up. So if fans take down your videos or whatever the case may be, make sure you, number one, get them to us, make sure they are getting the thermal scan for a video. You want to make sure that for videos, now this particular system is not videos, but for videos, you do want to make sure that you have either the .mov or the .mp4, you want to make sure it's at least 45 seconds or more. There are so many ways you can maximize your YouTube, and don't forget YouTube pays 3 assets. You could be eligible for 3 assets depending on your rights. You have your publishing asset, if you are the writer of the lyrics or builder of the beat. If you own the masters, you have the masters asset, that's the sound recording copyright asset. And if you own the video, whether it's a music video, a promo video, whether it's just you vibing to your song or people vibing to your songs playing in the background, and your music is your actual song is playing, or let's say you have performances, then you can earn from the video. Now there's a separate form to do for the video, and you have to use the form. You cannot email it in. Now, one thing that we want to show the clients that is extremely important is when you are submitting your MP3s. First of all, the YouTube system only accepts MP3s. Second of all, you need to make sure that you are labeling them properly. Otherwise, it makes our royalty system look a mess. And sometimes you can even lose your royalties, or they're stuck in unclaimed royalties because you've sent in a file that's not named with the song title, your name's not on it, or it's a song title that we have 10 others with other clients that have the same title, so we don't know who to give it to. So it is vital that you are naming your songs properly. You're naming the file, so you have to change the file name. Now, I also want to talk to you about your search word. Your search word is something that we have internally. As you can see in this particular system, we have 3,146 songs. It's not like your Embassy Publishing music catalogs where it's customized to you alone. And we can't just, we're not going to go and take time to search every single song that you've done. Some of you have hundreds of songs. So we created the system where you are to give us a search word and we look for it. For example, we have a client named Progress. If we click on his name, we search here, Progress, we have all of the songs, and we have 3 pages of songs for Progress. Okay? Now, when these were first put in the system, the people had put artist name first. It's not supposed to be the artist name first. We've recently have changed that because now this is how it's going to show up into the royalty system, which is, you know, not how we want it. But if you look here, this particular client also did a song with Progress. It's called Day One, space, dash and space, Progress, space, dash and space again, and his label name. So that's how we want it if you're a label. Now, for Progress, if he's going to submit the songs and he's not sure if the label, first of all, it has to be an embassy client that's the label in order for it to be submitted by the label. That's number one. Otherwise, if you're the artist client, you're going to put the title first and then your artist name, okay? So please make sure that you do that. Now let's look up Simpact Music, their label, Simpact Music. And it's searching. Okay, so now we see here, Simpact Music, Simpact, and he's done this very well. Be Wise, Diligent, Simpact Music. Day One, Progress, Simpact Music. Mijena J. Ryle, Simpact Music. This is the proper way to do it. Now he has an instrumental here. It says Stronger We Get Instrumental. Simpact Music should be at the end. So these are the things, and this could have been done prior to us, you know, announcing these changes. We've always asked for all of the same information, but we were never specific in which order to put them. But now that we see how it is in the royalty system, we're noticing that, you know, it's coming in exactly how the clients have named their song file. If you look here, this song here has 09. Please take out, here's 10, take out those numbers. I have another client that had our client Yaksta. When his team had submitted, they also submitted with the numbers. That needs to come out. There's extra numbers at the end. Now, if you have a clean version and a raw version, make sure you list those as well. If you have, he even has intros, make sure you know, and interludes, list them. Now, if you look here, his team had submitted this, Yaksta Cravani new _03. This is an issue. We don't know what song that is. So we'll provide you with a list of all of the songs, and then you'll have to do a cross-check. The team will not do cross-checks. That is your responsibility, your team's responsibility. It is your responsibility to get these to us. It is extremely important that you understand that YouTube does not pay back pay. So from the date of submission, and if you look here, it says the date that it is accepted. From this date forward is when you earn. Anything before that, if you had a million, I had a client the other day, he never told us. He's releasing songs like crazy, or the producers are. You need to talk to these producers if you're an artist and let them know, please, I need a final MP3, mixed and mastered MP3 of the song. And then you make sure you get it to the team. We're not taking anybody's rights. We're just protecting our clients' rights. But it's very important that it is submitted so we can make sure you're getting your earnings. Okay. Now, if you're not the sound recording owner, you're not getting sound recording money, but you are entitled to your publishing. And this video is going to all embassy clients that are publishing clients. There's hundreds of you, and we have thousands of songs. We have way more than 3,000 whatever songs. We have close to 8,000 songs. So that's telling me that a couple things. One, maybe you have songs in your system and they're not done being mixed and mastered yet, or you haven't submitted them. But you know, some of them are just done, but they're not completely, you know, finished. They're not in the system yet. And this should be done the moment it's finished. It has nothing to do with when you're releasing it. Get it in before it releases. You will not get back pay. I am letting you know now, we will not be responsible. Unfortunately, if you come into the organization and you have a ton of songs from the past, we cannot collect anything from YouTube. You have lost it all. However, you can urgently get those songs in, so that way you can make sure you start earning from that day forward. Okay. Also, if you have any remixes, if somebody released a demo, if your music is playing in the background on something because you're at the studio recording it, whatever way it is, studio bounce, put, Hot 16 dash crisis dash studio bounce, or Hot 16 dash studio bounce crisis. If you put it out, or if it's out that way because it's in the background of a video, you earn from your music being in the background of videos. So you have to be diligent, and you have to make sure that no matter how it is, you get it in. What if a DJ takes down your song, and that's why it's very important to make sure that the instrumental, if you're the beat maker, make sure that instrumental is in there. If you're the producer who licensed the rhythm exclusively, make sure we have that instrumental. Make sure you put it in there. Now, if you are an artist and somebody pulled down your song and a DJ made a remix, you have to get a MP3 downloader and get that MP3 and send that in not only to the YouTube team, but also you need to send it to the copyright team. Remember, putting your stuff and sending it to the YouTube team does not protect your copyright globally. This is exclusively and only for YouTube. You must still submit it into your Embassy Music Catalog database, which is your legacy database. It has to be there first, preferably before it's recorded. You send it here once it's been released in any way, or if it's been mixed and mastered and it is the final version, then we need it, okay? So it is extremely important that if you don't know how to submit this, currently you're emailing everything over or you send us a link, have the Music Concierge team on WhatsApp check your link and check all your files first to make sure that you have written them in properly, and make sure the first letter of each word is capital. You see this one here, the R is not capital, the F is not capital, the U is the Y is not capital. We don't want it like that. First letter of each word capital. That is the professional way to list a title, and your name and your stage name and your label name are proper nouns, so the first letter of each word should be capital. Okay, and then you send them in. Please don't put a whole lot of extra stuff on there. Just put the information we need. Title of the song or title of the beat, dash artist name, dash label name if you're a label. If you are just the artist, do not put the label name if the label is not an Embassy client. If the label is an Embassy client and you know it, then yes, you can add it on there and help them out too. Okay, so it is extremely important that if anybody is remixing your songs, or if you put, and beat makers, please do not put your instrumentals up on YouTube without telling us. Number one, we don't want you to do that. Number two, if you do tag it, we need to create a new fingerprint. When we scan these in, it creates a fingerprint of your song for the YouTube system to recognize. If somebody has sped up your rhythm or slowed down your rhythm or sped up your song or slowed down your song or made any changes to it, you have to get a copy and you have to submit it. It is your responsibility to submit it. It is your responsibility to be searching for these things and getting it to us. We cannot search thousands of songs. We're not out there like that to do that. And if you don't have, no publisher can do that. You have to give us a copy of the song in any version that it may have gone out. If you're going to do a new mix, get us that version, put it in, and then just make note of it. It's a new mix. The system will pick it up and it'll list it. The YouTube system will send us the report with however you put this here. So I hope that this training has helped you. This is extremely vital for all Embassy clients to make sure that you do this urgently. Now, there will be a new form that you're going to be able to submit your MP3s to. We prefer a cloud link. We are asking all clients to set up a OneDrive, preferably a OneDrive, and or a Dropbox. Those two are the best ones. If you're sending it through WeTransfer, there may be issues. If you don't have or can't afford to get a cloud, then we do have an upload link that you can do, but we prefer that you use that you send it with a link, and we will be creating a form where you can take the link and submit it through the system. That way we can keep track of it, and the YouTube team can then email you back. Some of you, and it's going to be all automated with the system like our new forms are. Some of you with the current system, and hopefully by the time that you may have this message, the new system where you can submit the link will be available, which will be available on embassypublishing.com, and you'll be able to see those important links, and we'll also give you a form where you can have access to many links that you may need. And it'll also be in your Embassy database is now ready email as well, so you can always request that, and it gives you videos and links that you need that you should be keeping that particular email safe, because that has everything that you need. Okay, all your support videos, all your support links, the link to your database, that is a very important email. Okay, so with that being said, I hope that you understand all of the things that you need to do. I hope that you understand now that I'm showing you inside the system that, you know, we need to, and you can request, just say, hey, can you search my artist name? And then we take screenshots. We can do this quickly. And, you know, this gentleman here, he has 2 pages. We'll take a screenshot of the whole page, send it over, and it is your responsibility to do your cross-check. Okay, look at this here. This is even an interview that was recorded. You know, so it's not just music, it's anything. If your music is playing in it and your music is in the background, it's more than 45 seconds, send it in. We need it. If you have a music video and you've changed some parts of it, like you have the song and then you have like an acting scene in the middle of it, send us the MP3 of that, any changes, all of that can help your earnings. Okay, I hope this training has been very informative. If you have any questions, please contact me through email, on WhatsApp. I will not be on WhatsApp all the time, but please remember, I am the Global Director of Operations. There is a music concierge team that is there to assist you. You tell them what you need, and they will go ahead and put in a queue request, or if they can deal with it on their own, they will do so. Okay, we are doing an after hours queue request as well, so you can, if no one's there to take your request, you can fill out the form and submit it and let us know that you filled out an after hours queue request, and then they can take care of it for you. Okay, thank you so much for listening. And again, please let us know if you have any questions. And if you do not have all of your MP3s in, do that urgently. You are losing every second. If you are a manager watching this, you're losing too, because you're a manager. You're supposed to be getting a percentage of your clients' earnings. Please be a manager and not a damager. Do what you're supposed to do for your clients. Okay? If you are an artist with no management, you may have an entourage or a team that you're taking care of. Put one of them to work, make this their responsibility. If you have no one to do it, you have to do it yourself. But it needs to get done, and it should have gotten done the day that you got into this organization. And if you didn't do it yet, that is your fault, not ours. It is up to you to provide all teams all of the information that we request when we ask for it. Okay, we can do an amazing job for you guys, but you need to do what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it. You need to provide us all the information, not parts of it, and you need to make sure that you are following up with every request that you make to the team. Follow up, and do have an amazing day. Bye-bye.